Hello everyone. Welcome to the online YouTube channel of TKIC Engineering College. My name is Manodip Chakraborty and I am Assistant Professor of English at the Department of Humanities and Science. Today's topic of discussion is the essential of letter writing. Letter writing as a part is very crucial in understanding that how to present the topic and from here you should write, how you should write, what is the format now, and what is the acceptance mode of letter in the market. So without any further ado, let us start the topic. A letter is essentially a piece of document. A letter is essentially a piece of document that tells about a particular information in a particular way to a particular person. This letter should be very concise. It should not be in an elaborate manner because in the professional world, the concise information is what it matters. So apart from the informal letter, which we write to the family members or to a friend, where you can express your emotions, your thoughts, your behaviors, a formal letter, on the other hand, focuses on the subject matter. Therefore, the letter is divided into particular section which is guided by certain principles, and it should convey the meaning in a very concise manner to the intended person. So when we talk about letter writing in a professional world, a letter is divided into two sections. First one, you can write a letter professionally to a person within the organization. On the other hand, you can write a letter to a person outside the organization. The two modes are being followed widely in contemporary business organizations or in companies, but the differences between them are particularly one needs to understand before writing the letter. So first, we are going to start with writing a letter within the organization. Here is one sample letter for how to write to within the organization. This letter has been written as a sample to the principal sir with the intended effect to get an application or permission for the internship program. An internship program which stands crucial for any BTech student for his or her academic career. So getting an application and writing the application stands very much important when one discuss about it. This is this format of the letter. This format of the letter is called the block format. In this block format, we need to see a few things before moving in to another format. First, the font size. The font size should be 12. If you want to choose the font size should be 12. Here you can see the upper left hand side corner of the tab. The size is 12. If you are providing a heading, then it should be 14. The intended or the proper way of writing a letter, the font size should be between 12 to 12.5. However, when you write a letter in a Microsoft Word or whenever you are write a letter in your hand, there is nothing called 12.5. So you have to type it down manually 12.5, then it will appear here. Next, the font should be in Times New Roman. The reason behind is that the Times New Roman provide you with a clear kind of format, and this format is very much followed in contemporary academia for writing books, proposals, and other things. So when you start writing the letter within the organization, students often make mistake of writing their own address and then writing the letter. But first you need to understand that everything now in the contemporary academia is being followed by block format. The block format means that you should write the letter, everything should be aligned on the left hand side only. As you can see, the alignment of this letter follows a left hand side paradigm. That means the entire letter is designed following this option. You go in your Microsoft Office Word document, the upper left hand side corner of your document is called align left, or the shortcut is Control L. But whenever one talks about writing the letter in a paper with a simple pen, you also have to follow this format. The best way to follow this format is to draw one margin left hand side using one scale and pencil. The pencil should be very light in color so that when you finish writing the letter, you can erase the mark. Then you have to write as it is within the organization. You have to start by writing the receiver's address. However, many students make one simple mistake of writing a long address. The address format of a formal letter follows only 3 lines, that is excluding the salutary mode. The salutation the salutation as it is highlighted to the person concerned. You have to write it like this: T capital, O small, comma. It is very much crucial that the size of O and the size of comma, it should not be equal. Whenever in the classroom one student practices writing the letter, they take it very much casually. You have to understand this thing, that as one person's dress up is very much important in order to produce the certain impact on the receiver. In the same way, the dress up of the letter is very much important to produce the intended effect on the receiver. Therefore, when you write TO, the size of the O and the size of the comma, it should not be same, should be in a particular size. Then the name of the receiver, in this case, the principal cell. However, many students would prefer to write here the principal cell. If you can write the principal or you write the principal cell, both are here correct. But when you write this thing, you have to take into account that the principal P should be in capital letter. Or whenever you write the letter before the body, here is the body, before you write the border, this body, every word's first letter you should do capital. After the person concerned, then you have to write what is the name of the institute. After you write the institute, then you have to write the address of the institute. So in short, here you have a following format. First, a salutation. The salutation is to whom you are writing. Next, name of the person, or the qualification or affiliation or the position of the person. Next, the name of the institute. Next, the address of the institute. So in total, this format follows only 3-line format. After that, give 2 spaces. If you are writing a letter with your hands, take the first 2 fingers of your hand and measure the distance. When you are typing a Microsoft Word document, give 2 spaces. After writing 2 spaces, write down subject. The subject of the letter highlights what is the intended topic. Just as you have an Android phone or a mobile phone in your using behaviors, it shows in short what is the subject. For instance, there it is written WhatsApp. This WhatsApp spelling shows that inside there should be messages, calls, or other informations containing it. In the same way, the subject of the letter shows what is the content inside of the letter. For this reason, how to write the subject? When you write the word subject, even though it stands correct, but as we are writing a formal letter, you should make it a minimum implication. Therefore, the subject should be making a shorthand, that is sub. Only the SUB will convey the intended effect that it is the meaning of a subject. The next very important is that here is the semicolon marks. I've seen students giving only full stop or just omitting the punctuation marks. However, writing a letter using a punctuation mark is very much important. It is only double dots. After that, write the subject of the letter, if possible, using only 3 to 4 words maximum. You can extend this to 5 words at max. Here, the example I'm using application for internship program, which highlights certain factors. First, what is this? This is an application. For what? This preposition highlights that this is the application for internship program. However, look at how this is written. The A of application, the I of internship, and P of program. All of them are in capital letters. As I have said earlier, that when you write a letter, it is very much crucial that before you start the body of the letter, every word, first letter, you should write it in capital. After this, there is also a full stop. Now, notice here that I have started writing the letter from here to the principal TKRDC R9, Mirpet. Here I have started writing. But for the first time, I'm using the full stop here only. So therefore, you have to take into account this factor that the full stop should be applied only after the ending of subject. Yeah, many students or many institutes, they also provide underline when writing the subject. It is also correct. However, it depends entirely on the candidate how to write it. Many students providing highlighting the subject portion, but if you have a pencil, you can highlight it. Otherwise, the providing suggestion is that skip highlighting the document. After writing the subject portion, give one enter. If you don't know how to give one enter in your writing copies, measure the distance using your small finger of your right hand or left hand. Then write date, D-A-T-E, date. Then the format is that 09/06 slash 2024. That is the date I'm recording the video. So here you can see many students provide 09.06.2024 or 09 hyphen 06 hyphen 2024. But one have to keep in account that this is the format that is being accepted in the market or popularly in the organizations. So my suggestion is that one should give only slash when writing one formal letter. However, when you write one resume or cover letter, you should give dots in place of slash. One very popular doubt is there that whether to write subject first or whether to write date first. There is no hard rule of this matter. You can choose to write the date, after that you can write the subject, or you can write the subject, after that you can write the date. But what is very important here is giving the enters. Just keep in mind that after writing the initial address of the receiver, there should be two enters, then the subject line, then there should be one enter. After that, there should be one enter, then you write the salutation or respected sir. This respected sir, as you can see, it is coming after date line, then there is one enter, after that this line is here. And within this again, R capital and S capital. After that, there is again one existence of comma. So you have to keep in mind the punctuation marks where they are being used and how they are being used. After writing the respected sir, again give one enter. I'm saying again, if you are writing a letter using one pen and paper, then measuring one enter means use the little finger of your right or left hand and just measure the distance. A letter is usually, when you talk about a formal letter and the body of the letter, it is divided into three sections. Before moving into how to write the body, let us discuss that why it is divided into three sections. As we can see that a professional writing is always intended to create a certain kind of effect that includes the receiver spends very less time into understanding the subject matter. Just think of it like this. You wish to buy one product from Amazon, but the details are too much that you are becoming confused about the properties about the product itself. The same way, when you write the letter, make sure that the subject line is very short, using maximum 3 to 4 or at a max 5 words only. After that, when you write the body of the letter, make sure you divide the body into three sections. The first section, it can be one line, two line, three lines. It depends upon the writer. Should convey only why you are writing the letter or who are you, your basic informations. Or if one person calls you from an unknown number and starts describing his or her matter, you will be very much frustrated or irritated with the phone call. However, if the person after calling says that his or her identity and you understand the person's identity and then you listen to the problem, then it would be very much acceptable. In the same way, when you write a letter, the first line should be, or the accepted line should be, your basic information. The very basic information starts with I am, then your name. It can be my name, then your name, followed by a comma. After that, your roll number. If you are a student, then your roll number, then comma, then your section, then your year, then your department. Now, one thing one needs to understand, this is not just an arbitrary line. It is not written out of your choice. This line should be properly maintained following a particular hierarchy. First, it should be your name. The name is the base stage of a letter. The second step is your roll number. The third one is your section. If you go more up, then it is your year. Then if you go more up, it is your department. So how to understand? Understand it like this. First comes department. Within department, you have first year, second year, third year students. Within first year, you have CSE, AIML, IT, or various branches. Within branches, you have A, B, C, D, E, etc. sections. Within sections, you have a particular roll number. Within this roll number, you have your name associated with this. So it should be followed from small to hierarchy like this. After writing the first paragraph, again give one space or one enter button. As I've said, it is divided into three portions. The first paragraph of the letter, it can be one line, two line, or multiple lines. It should convey to the receiver that who is this person that is desiring to contact with me. The same way, the second portion of the letter, it should contain only facts. There should not be any emotional output. It should contain only facts. This paragraph can be 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines based on the choice of the writer. But the popular suggestion is that make it at least a 4 line paragraph. Even a 3 line paragraph is enough if it conveys the information properly. So how to write this paragraph? Kindly understand one fact. If the subject line is responsible for conveying the information, the content of the letter, the first line, if it is providing you the information about the writer, the second paragraph, it will convey the information what is your problem or why you are writing the letter. If you make mistakes in writing this paragraph, the letter is very likely will be rejected. So suggestion is make the paragraph very short, but make the letter using all kind of informations. So how to write the second paragraph? If your grip on English writing is very good, then there is nothing to worry. But if you don't have a proper grip on writing the letter, just practice this in a plain paper like this. If you have an internship, the subject of the letter is internship, then when you go with this letter to the principal sir, sir will first ask the question, why you are coming here? So the first line is that you are applying for an internship. The second question he will ask that why this internship is very much important. The first line will also highlight this fact that why the internship is very much important for BTech. Then next question he will ask, okay, internship is important, but why you are again here? So the next line again highlighting that you have applied for HBN company's internship and you are being selected for the same. Then principal sir will ask the next question. You are selected. Very good. Then what you want from my side? So this is what you want from his side, that it is an offline program and you need to be physically present for 3 months. This is what you need from his side. In short, if you want to summarize this second paragraph, it is a question answer writing thing. First, you guess the question, that what question he or she will ask. Then you write up the answer. However, try to focus on writing 4 lines and to summarize all the answers. After you finish up writing the second paragraph, the most crucial thing, the next when you concern about a letter writing is the last paragraph. Students are very much confused how to write this. This last paragraph should convey a kind of request. It's not an order, it's a kind of request to the higher authority to provide you this kind of absence or permission for any kind of programs. How to write this? First, you should write these words for this aforementioned reason, which shows that there is a reason for which you are writing the letter. For this aforementioned reason, then you have to write, I am cordially requesting you. I am cordially requesting you. Many students write here, please grant me these essential leaves. Kindly understand that when you talked about formal light writing, in formal writing, the suggestion is to avoid writing please and to prefer using kindly, as it offers a more kind of empathic writing. So I am cordially requesting you to provide me the essential leaf, and it follows with a full stop. After writing this last paragraph, give two spaces. Give two spaces. In order to give two spaces, use the first two fingers of your right or left hand and measure the distance. Then write thank you. The thank you spelling T and Y, it should be capital. Or as I was saying in the beginning, that except the body of the letter, every word's first letter you should write it capital. Next is yours sincerely, Y and S in capital. However, you have to follow here that there is no comma, no full stop when writing thank you and yours sincerely. Then you write down your name, follow the hierarchy, roll number, section, and year. At last, you provide a full stop to mark the ending of the letter. Now, let us once very quickly discuss how to write a formal letter. A formal letter it should be written in a block format, that is the left hand side of the page. When you write the letter, the first portion of the letter it concerns the receiver. So this is the receiver's address. It should contain only 3 lines. Then the subject of the letter. The subject of the letter should contain only 3 to 4 at a maximum 5 words. Then the date of the letter. This subject and date line you can alter. You can write the date first, then the subject. Then one enter, write down the salutation, respected or dear sir. Then it follows 3 paragraph style. The first paragraph it should convey your basic information about your identity. Second paragraph it should convey why you are writing, what is the problem. The third paragraph should convey the problem is there, now what you are expecting from the authorities. After that, provide 2 enters. After giving 2 enters, give a thank you note as it is a professional expression. Don't write thanking you. Write thank you, then write yours sincerely, then your name, roll number, section, and department. With this, a formal letter ends. The first letter that we have discussed was based on if you are writing a letter within the organization. However, if you want to write a formal letter to the outside organization, the format is exactly same as the internal format. With one addition is that it should be the first portion of your letter should contain your address first. How to write this? First write from, then comma, your name, your designation in that particular institution, then the name of the institution and the address. Kindly follow here that the address should contain always the PIN code. It is very essential when you write a letter that the letter should contain a PIN code. With these minor differences, as you can observe here, with these minor differences, the entire body of the letter follows the exactly same format as an internal letter. With this, the letter writing lesson is completed. Thank you for being here.